Okay, welcome back. It's been a long time. We're back in our series, John or Lazarus, who wrote the fourth gospel. This is episode 27. We're looking at typology today, Joshua and Eleazar as a type of Jesus and Lazarus. And in today's video, our objective, we want to reinforce the theory that Lazarus wrote the fourth gospel. And again, this is Lazarus, the one that was raised from the dead. That's why I don't want you to miss this. I just feel like we're seriously missing out on just a wonder of this gospel when we believe it's written from a man whom Jesus raised from the dead. So our method today, we're just going to look at names and typology and how they fit into this theory. And on a previous episode, we actually discussed typology. Back in episode 16, we looked at David and Jonathan as a type of Jesus and Lazarus. So today, we're going to use that same typology theory. We're going to look at Joshua and Eleazar as types with Jesus and Lazarus. Now we're going to look at some names here. First of all, the question, who was the A team during the conquest of the land in the book of Joshua? And the answer was that it was Joshua and Eleazar, the high priest. They're the ones that commanded the dividing of the land. And who was the A team at the Last Supper? That was Jesus and the beloved disciple, Lazarus, if you've been watching this video. So you see some typology there, and you see the pattern here. I've got the names highlighted, Joshua and Jesus. As most people know, Joshua and Jesus, it's the same name, just depending on which language you're in here. Also, Eleazar and Lazarus, the same thing. Eleazar is Hebrew, whereas Lazarus is the Greek. So they're actually the same names. So before we even get into the study, just the names themselves are kind of screaming at us to look and see if there's some typology going in here as we got these two teams in Old Testament and New Testament. So just to prove that Eleazar and Joshua were a team here, we've got a passage from the book of Numbers before they even went into the land. It says, the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, these are the names of the men who shall divide the land among you as an inheritance. Eleazar the priest and Joshua the son of Nun. Now, we got some parallels here. I really want us to look at this. This is just kind of mind blowing. I think if you look at the Last Supper and compare it to the dividing of the land, at the Last Supper, you have the beloved disciple, Lazarus. He's leaning on Jesus, and picture the 12 disciples are all around them at the table to receive the bread and the wine. And in Jesus' words, he says, as he took the cup, he gave thanks and said, take this and divide it among yourselves. Now we're going to go backwards, rewind to the dividing of the land of Canaan. There's another passage from the book of Joshua. It says, these were the inheritance which Eleazar the priest, Joshua the son of Nun, and the heads of the fathers of the tribes of the children of Israel divided as an inheritance by lot in Shiloh before the Lord at the door of the tabernacle of meeting. So get the picture here again. I can just visualize this. I hope I can communicate this to you. But just as Jesus, with Lazarus at his side at the table, as he took the bread and the cup and commanded the 12 disciples to divide it among themselves, again, same picture. Likewise, you have Joshua and Eleazar. They supervised the dividing of the land among the leaders of the 12 tribes. Picture the 12 tribes, the leaders of the tribes standing around them. It's the exact same picture. And again, I think that just kind of mind blowing. And some closing thoughts here. Typology helps to reinforce the theory that Lazarus, and did I mention Lazarus, the guy that was raised from the dead? You know, he's the guy, he's the beloved disciple who wrote the fourth gospel. That's why this fourth gospel it's so important. It's just so different. It's so just kind of mind blowing, just the way the way it just speaks to us. So as in previous episodes, episode 16, we had David and Jonathan. So today we have Joshua and Eleazar fitting that same typology. Thanks for watching. Please let me know if any questions, comments, and as always, contend earnestly for the faith which was once for all delivered to the saints, and God